एवरीवन वेलकम बैक टू दिस चैनल। माय नेम इज़ हर्षिता एंड आज की वीडियो में हम लोग कंटिन्यू करेंगे और इंटरव्यू क्वेश्चंस के ऊपर। लाइक हमने एचटीएमएल फिनिश कर दिया सो फार। सीएसएस के हम लोग 2 क्वेश्चंस ऑलरेडी डिस्कस कर चुके हैं। फर्स्ट वाज व्हाट इज सीएसएस, सेकंड वन वाज लाइक व्हाट इज द different types of CSS that we have. Okay, in today's video we are going to discuss what is box model in CSS. ये is one of the most important question, बहुत ज़्यादा पूछा जाता है इंटरव्यूज़ के अंदर. Okay, और ये बहुत ही सिंपल सा है. Okay, so if someone will ask me like what is box model, okay, so I will say box model is a structure. It is a basic component of CSS or like the elements, how elements are displayed on web page. Okay, it consists of 4 things. Okay, so like I'm saying that it is a concept. Okay, it is a concept or it is a structure. Okay, I'm saying it is a concept or structure of how HTML elements are placed in browser. Okay, this basically consists of 4 things. First is your content, second comes is your padding, third comes is your border, and fourth comes is your margin. Okay, so whenever you are creating any element, for example I have created any hello world text. Okay, for example if I have created any hello world text, hello world, like this. Okay, so the area that you will be having just next to this text, first layer would be, this is your content, red color में जहाँ पे text हमने लिखा है, this is the content. Then next what you will be having, that one would be your padding, that is second one. Okay, this one is your padding. Then next that you will be having would be your border, this one would be your border. Then fourth one that you will be having would be your margin. Okay, so we are having this sequence: content, padding, border, and then margin. Okay, like this. So CSS box model basically is a structure. It is a concept inside the browser that we have. So any HTML element when gets placed inside the browser, it creates a box around it. Okay, any HTML element that you are having, it will be having a rectangular structure. Okay, it will always be having a rectangular structure. If you will set its height and width equal, then it can become a square, but it will always be a rectangular structure which will contain 4 things. Okay, first is content, then padding, then border, and then margin. So this is your box model inside CSS. Okay, so box model is the one which is the combination of all these 4 things. Okay, that is your box model. The most important thing to learn over here is the sequence. Okay, that inside you will be having content, then padding, then border, and then finally margin. Okay, next question that we have is, second question is, what is the difference between margin and padding? So we have to remember this thing. First of all, whenever someone is asking you about differences, try to cover the similarities also. Okay, not just go ahead and then give the differences. Okay, you can talk about the similarities also. If the other person would like it, they'll listen to you, but if they don't like it, they'll just ask you to please just give me the differences only. Okay, but at least from your end, give both of the things. Okay, so margin and padding, I would say it is something which basically creates the space around the element. Okay, that is margin and padding. It is something which basically creates the space around the element. Okay, so it is something which creates space around element. Okay, now what kind of space? Padding is something which creates space between the text content and border. That is your padding, with the one which we explained over here, text content versus border. This is border, this is text content. Okay, over here. So padding is something which creates space between the text content and border. That is your padding. Margin is something which basically creates space between outside the border. Okay, so outside the border to the another HTML element, that is your margin. Okay, so margin is space outside border, okay, and padding is space inside border. Okay, both these two elements, both these two values can be given in all the four directions: top, right, bottom and left. Okay, so it is containing multiple different CSS properties like margin left, margin top, margin bottom, margin right, and then one unified property which is margin. Okay, then other than this, it can also, so like default margin property that we are having, it will take always four values. Okay, first value would be top, second value would be right, then third would be bottom, and fourth would be left. Okay, if it is taking four values, that means it is taking spaces for all the four directions. If it is taking three values, that means it is taking space for the top, left, right and then bottom. Okay, if it is taking only two values, that means it is taking space, first value would be for top and bottom, second value would be left and right. Okay, like this. So all these three combinations also we can talk about. So this is the difference that you can talk about whenever this question is being asked to you, like what is margin and padding. You can talk about margin top, left, right, bottom, and three different value combinations. Okay, so we have to remember कि सारे points, when you are going into the interview, you are providing all the points. जब the other interviewer is getting bored, वो आपको रोकना चाहिए. ऐसा नहीं होना चाहिए कि हमारे पास आंसर कम पड़ गया. ठीक है, ऐसा कभी नहीं होना चाहिए. अगला इंसान जब बोर हो जाएगा वो आपको अपने आप रोक देगा कि हाँ भाई हो गया, बस बहुत है, इनफ. Okay, it should not be like okay fine, I'm done with my answer. It should never be like this. Okay, keep connecting your answer with another concept and keep going and share your as far as knowledge you have gathered. Okay, so I think like let's do a recap of whatever we have learned today. Okay, so what is box model? Box model is a concept, it's a structure for each and every single HTML element, which basically says that every HTML element is a rectangular box inside the browser, will be rendered as a rectangular box inside the browser, which will contain four elements. First is text content, padding, border and margin, and they will be aligned in the same way. Okay, like the inside that you are having, that would be text content, then padding, then border and then so on, margin. Okay, then question is, what is the difference between margin and padding? Margin is the space between outside the border between the next element, one element between another element, that is a space between two elements. Okay, padding is actually the space inside the border. Okay, not outside the border, it is a space between inside the border, or the space between text content and border, that is your padding. Okay, these two properties can be given in all the four different directions: top, left, right, bottom. There are three different value combination, 4 values, 3 values and 2 values. Okay, and you can talk about all what are the different variations that it contains. Okay, so that's it for this video. Thank you so much for watching and have a good day.